true freedom, not doing what you want, but being free from desire and ego. Have you ever asked yourself, what is true freedom? Is it being able to do whatever you want, eating what you like, going wherever you wish, saying whatever comes to mind? We call freedom the right to travel, to speak, to choose. But is that real freedom, or only an illusion painted by desire and ego? In Journey to the East, there is a quote that makes many reflect. True freedom is not doing what you want, but being free from the slavery of desire and ego. A simple statement, yet it pierces deeply into human nature. We are not as free as we think. In truth, we live like prisoners, but instead of iron bars, our prison is made of endless desires and a fragile sense of self. Doing what you want, freedom or illusion? How often do we hear, I just want to live free, to do what I like? It sounds noble, but pause and ask, where does that want come from? Is it truly your essence, or is it shaped by craving, fear, or comparison? You think you're free when you buy something fashionable, but really, it's society whispering in your ear. You think you're free when you indulge in food, but it's your brain's dopamine system pulling the strings. You think you're free when you say whatever you want online, but it's ego pushing you to prove, I am right, I am better. So often, doing what I want is nothing but programming, not freedom, but reaction, desire, the fire that never dies. Eastern wisdom has long said, desire is the root of suffering. The Buddha declared, craving is the root of all sorrow. Modern life proves this. People chase money endlessly, gain one house and want a bigger one, have love, but demand perfection. Desire is like a bottomless pit. The more you feed it, the hungrier it grows. Neuroscience agrees. Every time you satisfy a want, dopamine surges, then fades fast. Emptiness follows, urging you toward the next fix. Thus begins the cycle of craving. When trapped, you are no longer free. You are enslaved by thirst. As the Buddha said, no fire burns fiercer than the fire of desire. Ego, the most subtle prison. If desire is the chain, ego is the cell itself. Ego is the image of me we defend and glorify. When someone criticizes you, hurt. When someone surpasses you, envy. When you succeed, clinging to that success for worth. These are the bars of ego, and under its rule, you are not free. Marcus Aurelius once said, true freedom is not being a slave to your emotions or desires. The larger the ego, the smaller the freedom. Only when you see the ego clearly can you step out of its cage. True freedom, liberation from chains. So what is true freedom? Not doing anything you please, but no longer being ruled by desire or ego. When you can sit in silence without needing distraction, that is freedom. When criticism comes, but anger does not rise, that is freedom. When desire tempts you, and you can say, enough, that is freedom. It is not freedom of action, but freedom of consciousness. As Lao Tzu wrote, he who knows contentment is truly rich. He who conquers himself is truly strong. The path toward inner freedom. You don't need to abandon life or reject the world. You only need to turn inward. 3 keys: recognition. See desire and ego for what they are. No denial, no escape. Mindfulness. Stay awake in every act. Eating, working, speaking, letting go. Release clinging to results. Release the urge to prove yourself. This is the middle way of Buddhism. Neither chasing pleasure nor clinging to denial. simply living awake, in peace. Closing reflections. You may hold wealth, power, fame, and still not be free. You may have nothing and yet walk in peace. Freedom does not come from the outside. It blooms only within. So stop running after the illusion of doing what I want. Pause. Breathe. Listen inward. True freedom is not grasping everything, but letting go of every chain in your heart. Then you will see the world remains the same, but you are different. You are free.